Before we dive into this video, let's revisit an absolutely crazy comparison in terms of pricing. To acquire Vinicius Jr. and Rodrygo, Real Madrid's Predators, the club had to splash around 90 million. Back then, the White Egret was criticized for splurging on these two forwards who hadn't yet made a mark in football. But teaching Real Madrid how to spend money is a crazy act, like how you would teach Lionel Messi to play football. We would surely be shocked to know that both Chelsea and Manchester United had to shell out $100 million to bring in Mykhailo Mudryk and Antony. We don't need to say more about the level of these two underperformers. Coming into Real Madrid, they arrogantly teach the rest of football what spending money really means. It's too easy to praise Vinicius Jr., who burst sensitively to receive Toni Kroos's perfect pass and scored to open the scoring. Since the 2021-2022 season, Vinicius has been directly involved in 31 goals in the Champions League. Specifically, he has scored 16 goals and provided 15 assists for his teammates. This level of performance is unmatched by any other player. In La Liga, Vinicius has had decent personal statistics, but his star truly shines in the Champions League. He outshines every football star worldwide in this arena. There is certainly no one to compare with him in the Champions League. Moreover, with this recent achievement, he has etched his name alongside Cristiano Ronaldo and Jari Litmanen as one of the rare players in Champions League history to score in all three consecutive semi-final rounds. Litmanen achieved this feat from 1995 to 1997, when the Finnish player was a star in Louis van Gaal's legendary Ajax squad. As for Cristiano Ronaldo, he accomplished this special feat with Real Madrid from 2012 to 2014. During that period, Real Madrid suffered eliminations from the likes of Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund in major competitions, but they capped it off by clinching their famous 10th title against Atletico Madrid. As for Vinicius, he scored against Man City in both 2022 and 2023, adding 2 more goals last night. The 23-year-old Brazilian forward now has 4 goals in 5 matches. Another achievement that Vinicius shares with Ronaldo is becoming the 3rd Real Madrid player to score a brace against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, following Sergio Ramos, who did it on November 29, 2014, and Cristiano Ronaldo on April 12, 2017. There was a time when Vinicius was considered a failed signing at the Bernabeu. Even legend Karim Benzema told Florentino Perez, "Don't pass to Vinicius anymore if you don't want to waste opportunities." Gradually, the Brazilian forward has elevated himself to the level of world class, among the top stars in the world. Look at how Vinicius opens the scoring. You'll understand how lethal he is. We often talk about Kroos's passing, but no matter how precise the passes are, if the forwards ahead are clumsy and awkward like Nicholas Jackson, no one praises the pass. Vinicius's intelligence shines through when he spots Kroos's signal and makes a reverse run, moving away from Kim Min-jae, who was lackadaisical in his approach and had a bulky physique. The former Napoli player was left in Vinicius's dust, and his finish into the net was simply delightful. My pass was nothing special. Let's give credit to Vinicius. He moves intelligently, finishes superbly, and understands me very well. Toni Kroos shared this after the game, and he has assisted Vinicius multiple times. These threaded-through balls require a sensitive forward who knows how to time his runs to avoid offside traps. After avoiding being penalized, forwards must exhibit enough determination to put the ball into the net when faced with an advancing goalkeeper. That's the prowess Vinicius is increasingly demonstrating. But let's not just praise Vinicius alone. Today, Rodrygo didn't score, but he made a significant contribution by drawing a foul from Kim Min-jae and winning a penalty. From here, Vinicius defeated Neuer for the 2nd time to secure an important draw right at the Allianz Arena. Indeed, Kim Min-jae had a disastrous game, but it was the need to watch out for a forward with elusive movements like Rodrygo's that made the Korean defender falter and commit continuous errors. Perhaps the media mentions Rodrygo less because he's nicer than Vinicius and scores slightly less, so he's less in the headlines. But in terms of effectiveness, Rodrygo is no less than his compatriot. In fact, in this quarter-final match, he was the nightmare that caused Manchester City's elimination. In the first leg, he scored a goal. In the second leg, he also found the back of the net. and that significant contribution caused the reigning champions to crumble in a rather dramatic fashion. Also possessing excellent speed like Vinicius, but Rodrygo has a slightly different style. He is one of the world's best forwards at exploiting space brilliantly and extremely precise in finishing. Indeed, Real Madrid is a team that has never lacked talent in attack, from Di Stefano to Ancelotti. They have a coach renowned for utilizing players in the final third. They emphasize more on individuals rather than the system, as a collective achieving that will provide world-class players with a developmental platform. The opportunity to single-handedly decide the match in a brilliant moment. In the Champions League, Real Madrid often plays with a flexible style against opponents, or in simple terms, I gift you the ball, but my job is to win, and the key to victory is passing quickly to those two Brazilian speedsters. In the past, to cope with the MSN of Barcelona, President Florentino Perez established the legendary BBC trio. Together, they helped Real Madrid secure 3 unprecedented Champions League titles. As Ronaldo and Bale departed, many thought the era of Real Madrid had come to an end. But as it turns out, there is no end in sight here. The White Herons were only delayed by a season. They retained Benzema, the most loyal and devoted, to impart spirit and experience to Rodrygo and Vinicius. By the time this duo matured, Real Madrid forged a new attacking force equally devastating. The key detail to note, Vini and Rodrygo are only 23 years old. Because we've grown so accustomed to these stars, we forget they are still very young. Elsewhere, they might still be hailed as prodigies. Luka Modric could easily be their biological father. Only Real Madrid could pull off this madness, where young talents seamlessly integrate with seasoned veterans, creating an unstoppable force in the Champions League. Former Real Madrid defender Fernando Hierro once jokingly remarked, "I used to think Vinicius and Rodrygo were twins. They don't look alike at all, but their playing style is as if they were cut from the same cloth. They never let others see what they're up to. They just burst forward." Rodrygo might not score as much as Vinicius, but what's fascinating is how these two actively seek each other out. In the match against Man City, Vinicius assisted Rodrygo's goal. And today, number 7 once again combined with number 11 to draw a foul from Kim Min-jae. But unlike the cheerful Chelsea stars, Rodrygo gladly let Vinicius take the penalty kick, even though he was the one who earned it. Despite his selflessness, this forward has managed to bag 5 goals in 11 Champions League appearances this season. In an interview with reporters, he said, "I like starting from the left with Vinicius in the middle, but we constantly swap positions. Now we're looking forward to Bernabeu for the second leg, and we all wish the match could happen right away. We're eagerly waiting for it. Indeed, they are a fantastic duo. Similar in age, playing style, they are the deadly pair that helped Real Madrid tear through the skies, bringing home the 15th silverware in the club's history.